Yeah, difficult game. Obviously, playing the champions, the from last year of the double, the shield, the championship in the home ground, and obviously always difficult conditions here in Orlando as well with the weather is something that we need to be full on prepared for. I think it's going to be a big challenge, but at the same time, one that the team is prepared for. We've worked really hard this week to make sure that we are ready to be ourselves out there and to play the game that we know we can play and hopefully get one of those one or the ticket to go to that final. I think now Washington is obviously confirmed to be there, so hopefully we can also secure that spot. No?
Michael, go ahead.
Hi, Juan. Thanks for your time today.
Thank you, Mike.
Orlando kind of had a little bit of an up and end season. Started off well, hit a rough patch in the middle, and then ended the season very, very well. I'm just curious from your perspective, what do you think the biggest difference is between the team that you guys played in August and the team that beat Seattle last week?
Yeah, obviously there is player wise. I think obviously I think Seb is doing a fantastic job with that group. They have also one of the best players in the world with obviously Barbara Banda. I think they obviously had to redefine a little bit who they are without her because she was an important part of the way they played, and they've done a fantastic job. No, after obviously that period of maybe uncertainty, they've been able to find the form. They're able to be adaptable. I think obviously now with the signing of Jackie Ovalle and Marta has always taken a lot of responsibility. They've been able to perform at a very high level and they probably also have players there, no, like Haley McCutcheon and Emily Zams and Anna Morehouse, players that maybe they don't get as much praise as they probably deserve, but that they keep the team going, and I think they're a very very solid team. They showed that last week. They obviously won the game. In the end, it was comfortably against Seattle, and I'm sure they're going to be really wanting to obviously win again to get that final. So credit to Seb, to the players for getting to this point. They've been fantastic. We respect them as the champions that they are at the moment, and we know we're going to have to work really hard tomorrow out there to take them out. No.
Sean, go ahead.
Hi, Juan. You've only worked with Lily for a short amount of time, but already she's made a lot of accomplishments in her young career. What attributes stick out to you as ones that have given her the opportunity to have such a fine rookie season?
I think it's her maturity and her desire to win and to get better. No, she's very mature. She wants the team to win. She's gonna do whatever it takes, and she's also gonna do the same. She wants herself to win and do whatever it takes to be better. No, I think that's something that is really excel, and she's been able to adapt obviously to a new position, to push, to be in not really solidifying herself with us on that fullback position, but also on the national team. She's a strong defender. She's a super fit player that is understanding the game every day a little bit better, and I think that's what is helping her to grow at such a quick rate this year. No?
And when it comes to the veteran group you have, when you have leaders like Emily and Rose and Katie, when it comes to having young players like Lily and Sarah, can you speak to the environment that they create in the dressing room to give these young players the best opportunity for success?
Yeah, I think this year obviously we've had a lot of changes. We've had I think is 15 new players joining us, but I think the environment and the mix and the chemistry between them is really really good. I think the seniors have really embraced the young players to try to guide them into what it takes to be a top pro and a top winner. And I think the younger players have come in with a mentality to be ready to win and to be ready to learn, and I think that put it together is really created a special group of players that are really to do everything in the same direction, and I think that goes with a lot of credit to our senior players, Emily and Rose, and Jess and Mandy and Tierna, but then it also goes a lot to our younger ones, no? Because it's not easy to come into this environment. I think all of them traditionally have been probably the best players in all the stages of their career, and coming into here and having to take a different role is sometimes very difficult, and they've been fantastic with that.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Juan, one thing that I've noticed from this week is the conversation around you get a big win, turn focus immediately to Orlando, making sure that you stay focused and not get too carried away with last night's win. How have you tried to kind of reinforce that message this week with the team?
Yeah, I think it was replicating what we did in North Carolina. After North Carolina, it's okay. That's the game is that we just played. This is what we need to get better at. This is what we did well, and I'm focusing on Orlando. No, I think that's what it takes us to the place where we are in today. I think that's something that really defined us this year. We've had some highs, some lows, but we always focus on the process, focus on every action, how we need to have that next action mentality, be ready for what is next, whatever is next game, or in this case, whatever tomorrow it will be from kickoff. All the actions that are going to happen on the game, we are prepared for it, and we need to make sure we are Gotham in all of them to give us the best chance to win.